Well, that breaking news is out of eastern North Carolina. Our state's entire coastline is now under a hurricane warning as Dorian approaches. Right now, rough surf is slamming into beaches in the Carolinas, as you can see from our camera in Myrtle Beach. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Margaret Johnson here in the Weather Center with meteorologist Michelle Kennedy. Michelle, let's talk about where Dorian is now and what your thinking is for our area.
Well, unfortunately, that track is just a little bit farther west right now at this hour. In the last couple of hours, we've continued to see it move, which is good news that it's moving and moving to the north-northwest, though, at this point at 9 miles an hour. It does expect to take that north-northeasterly track. The question still is when. We're looking at an impact directly somewhere along the North Carolina coast on this current hurricane forecast track. You're looking at a Category 2. It's now sitting offshore of Florida, and you can see that we've been under those hurricane watches. They've now been upgraded to warnings from areas south through Wilmington north all the way through Nags Head. We've got tropical storm watches, though, up into Virginia, and a tropical storm warning inland all the way to Raleigh, which means they may see some tropical storm force gusts, rain also, and flash flooding from those rains. You can see the Category 2 storm on this track taking it close to Charleston as it moves to the north and east overnight, taking that turn at some point. And where it takes that turn is going to be very important to us, because if it makes a landfall inland somewhere in South Carolina, it may lessen the impacts for North Carolina. And then if it does not and moves a little bit farther east, it could lessen the impacts along our coast. So a lot is going to happen with this track, of course, within the next 24 hours, but models consistently for the last 2 to 3 days now taking it up along our coast, moving it to the north and east. And that is happening, at least at this moment, that northwesterly track that we expected, and now northeast movement. By Friday evening into early Friday morning, it's moving away from our coastline, and eventually we see that system dissolve into a non-tropical system going into Saturday and Sunday. So that's what the track looks like through Friday morning. It could still be in Atlantic Beach if it continues to slow down, but then pulls away very quickly after that, impacting folks in Nags Head. Storm surge is a big deal for us, and currently we're seeing some wave heights also approaching Jacksonville with 16 feet waves, 35-foot waves along the outer edge of this Hurricane Dorian. We see the wave height at about 11 feet right now in Beaufort, South Carolina. We're going to talk more about our impacts inland, and that's coming up. Margaret?
All right. Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate you. Well, even before Hurricane Dorian reaches our shores, the storm took the life of a man in eastern North Carolina. Governor Cooper says 85-year-old man in Columbus County fell from a ladder while preparing for Dorian. The governor says North Carolina faces deadly storm surge and inland flooding from the storm. He says today is the day to finish preparing for Dorian's arrival. Mandatory evacuations are in place for all barrier islands and several eastern counties. The governor says you still have time to get out of harm's way.
North Carolinians are used to facing storms, but please don't let familiarity get in the way of good judgment. If you're in an area where an evacuation has been ordered, leave now. Follow the directions of your local officials. Don't try to ride it out. It's not worth putting your life at risk or endangering first responders who might have to save you.
Well, state officials say National Guard troops and swift water rescue teams are on standby across eastern North Carolina. Well, people from Wilmington, the Crystal Coast, and the Outer Banks are bracing for Dorian's impact. Our breaking news team coverage continues now with our Steve King. He is live in Nags Head. Steve, what can you tell us this afternoon?
Margaret, with those mandatory evacuations in place and a hurricane warning in place, people here in Dare County are being bused to emergency shelters in other parts of the state. Buses are leaving Manteo and Hatteras by 2 this afternoon. Meanwhile, right now some businesses are getting ready for Hurricane Dorian, laying sandbags in front of doors and boarding up rooms. Many residents say they are not leaving their homes because they've stayed for hurricanes in the past and were safe. However, as we heard, the governor is urging everyone to leave and not to risk it. Now, if any rescues are necessary in the coming days, Dare County EMS is ready to go. Medevac pilot Andy Reed is trying to relax right now before his shift starts this evening.
I'm not too nervous about it, not too worried. We just kind of focus on what needs to be done and get the job done. You know, we love this sort of stuff. The people that get into EMS love this, sort of being there for everybody when they need help. And, people really need help in storms like this.
But pilots like Reed will not be in the air once sustained winds hit a speed of 50 miles per hour. Another reason why the governor put that mandatory evacuation order in place 6 hours ago. Reporting live from Nags Head, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Steve, thank you. People in southeastern North Carolina are also getting out of Dorian's way. Officials ordered residents and visitors to Carolina Beach, Wrightsville Beach, Curie Beach, and Figueroa Island to evacuate. Our Kenny Beck took these pictures of cars lined up to head out of town over the bridge. There are concerns that Dorian's storm surge could cause flooding on the low-lying islands. A lot of buildings are also boarded up there as well. And happening now, members of the Greensboro Fire Department are in eastern North Carolina ready to deal with whatever Dorian dishes out. The department tweeted these images of crews staging equipment in Plymouth, about an hour east of Tarboro. 42 firefighters from the Triad are helping out their fellow first responders there. They'll be conducting swiftwater rescues and searches. Members of the Greensboro Department could be in eastern North Carolina for up to 2 weeks. And Dorian's outer rain bands are starting to close in on the South Carolina coast. This is a live look right now at Myrtle Beach this afternoon. You can see lots of dark clouds. The beach is mostly empty, but a few people are out on the sand checking out the surf. Much of the South Carolina coast is under evacuation orders. Let's get a check on conditions now in Charleston.
I'm Nigel Robertson in Charleston, right on the historic Battery. This is where the Ashley River and the Cooper River meet, making Charleston Harbor. You could see how rough the water already is. And look in the distance, those thick clouds, this first few bands of Hurricane Dorian moving here into Charleston. The big concern, of course, is going to be storm surge. Look at how high the water is already. High tide is around 1 o'clock today and then 1 o'clock in the morning. So those are the times where you add the rain, the storm surge, and the high tide that we could be seeing some serious coastal flooding here in the Charleston area. In Charleston, on the Battery, I'm Nigel Robertson. Back to you.
Nigel, thank you. And Dorian is making his presence felt along the Florida East Coast. This is a new video from Daytona Beach. The storm churning up rough surf as it passes just offshore. The city is mostly deserted, but one man decided to brave the wind and rain to check out the storm. And some new video this afternoon out of Cocoa Beach, Florida. Tropical storm force winds and rain started pounding that city overnight. Palm trees are swaying in the gusts, and the rain is falling sideways. Signs are also getting knocked over. First responders say downed power lines and outages are expected. It was once a paradise. Now the Bahamas are practically unrecognizable. Hurricane Dorian's wind and rains battered the islands, killing 7 people in the process. Just look at this video. The destruction stretches for miles. At least 13,000 homes are damaged or destroyed. That's 45% of the homes on the 2 main islands. Officials say the communities will need a full rebuild.
Overwhelmed with sadness of the fact that it looks like 90% of the homes are gone. I may have counted 50 roofs, maybe. It's going to be a long road, and there's nothing to go in and patch up.
The U.S. Coast Guard is helping to coordinate nonstop rescues. Well, more images of the damage coming out of the Bahamas. This is in Freeport. You can see people walking through flooded streets. One person who rode out the hurricane in his home says Dorian was much stronger than he expected.
Well, going through it was terrifying. And I had no idea it was going to actually be to that extent. It was just worse than anything I could have imagined.
The flooding and winds caused heavy damage to his home. And now that Dorian is pulling away, help is starting to head to the Bahamas. Samaritan's Purse, which is based in Boone, is flying supplies to help people recover. We get more now from Meredith Stutz in Greensboro.
This morning, an 18-member response team boarded this cargo plane bound for the Bahamas. It's Samaritan's Purse's first deployment to the islands since Hurricane Dorian struck earlier this week.
Inside, more than 71,000 pounds of disaster relief supplies, including tarps, filtration units, and one of life's most precious commodities,
home. Samaritan's Purse says it has several more deployments planned to go back and forth to the Bahamas should the need arise. It also says it has a team on standby in North Wilkesboro ready to give a response domestically should people here in the United States require help. Reporting at PTI Airport, Meredith Stutz, WXII 12 News.
Meredith, thank you. Keep up with Hurricane Dorian even when we're not on air. Just download the free WXII 12 News app for the latest storm track and interactive radar. Be sure to turn on alerts to be notified if any severe weather is in your area. You can also find all of this on WXII12.com.